This home might be perfect. No, I'm serious. It has everything you could possibly want. It has an ADU. It has a sprawling backyard perfect for entertainment. It's set back off the street. It was built in 1912, so it's going to have some vintage architecture, but it has been updated all throughout tastefully. There is so much to explore here, and I cannot wait to get started. This is 148 Dracaena Avenue in Piedmont, California. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 3,900 square feet of living space listed for $4,888,000 by Jane Strouch of the Grub Company. And after checking out that sizable covered portico where I'd be spending a lot of my time, we flow right into the inside. And the first room we're greeted with is the living room. Spacious, tons of natural light from all of the windows, but here is where those modern updates start to come into play. We find a smooth, stately fireplace. Imagine that thing roaring with a fire, really setting the mood in here. In the corner, there's a built-in bench next to some of those windows, perfect for a little sitting or reading area. And one of the rooms that branches off the living room is this home office. It is completely color drenched in a dark royal blue. We have built-ins on every single wall in here. This one leading into the second room of the office. Here's where you'd actually be getting some work done. There's even a dry erase board already in here, and you get peeks out to the front and sides of your home that are completely surrounded by mature trees. It almost feels like you're in a bit of a forest in that room. If you work from home, not a bad place to call your office. But when I turned the corner, this is where I actually out loud said, whoa. Do you see these huge floor-to-ceiling doors? Well, they can slide open to completely blur that line of inside and outside living. I mean, look at this. You can literally flow from the inside to the outside. There's a small peek of the backyard. We'll be coming back here shortly, don't worry. But how cool of a transition from the interior to the exterior is that? Plus, if you have a huge party going on, people can come and go as they please. We have a small transition room before heading into the kitchen. And I love the curvature, the movement that this large island has. They went with more of that color drenched style with the dark green cabinets, but we have a nice light backsplash, kind of breaking everything up. On the back side of the island, there's a small refrigerator, our dishwashing view lends to some more natural light and more peeks into our tree-lined surroundings. And at the very corner of the kitchen, we find the laundry station, side-by-side washer, dryer, a little bit of extra countertop space, and even a pantry for more storage. And look at the updates we find in here. And I gotta say, I love the openness of this entertainment area. Sometimes it's nice to have some designation, but when you got a spot like this and you want people to flow in and out to their heart's content, it's great to just have it wide open. On the other side of the kitchen, we reach the first guest bathroom. And what do you know? Color drenched once again. However, this time they use tile to accomplish a lot of the drenching with the walk-in shower and the shower niche, passing the shower niche check. That is just such a luxurious, swanky bathroom, isn't it? And our first bedroom is a guest bedroom, one of the smaller of the home. However, it does have a nice access point out to that backyard. It strikes a nice balance. As anything with life, a little give, a little take. We're gonna head up to the second level next, and as you can see, there are 2 different directions you can go. We're gonna head to the right because it's going to get us to some more guest bedrooms, and it also grants us access to a whole other outside entertainment area, and that's this upper deck level. It gives you perfect spots for small get-togethers, little lunches, snacks, places to sit, relax, and enjoy. This is what you want to utilize when it's just you or a small group of people. Or if you are staying in one of these bedrooms, it's nice to just step outside, get a little bit of fresh air every once in a while. Now, this bedroom does have access from the interior as well. It's not just this back deck, but there are so many rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, areas that want you to be outside. Back inside, not only is that large bay window gorgeous, what's great about the rest of the bedrooms we're going to see, they all have ensuite bathrooms. In fact, 4 of the 5 bedrooms in this home have ensuite bathrooms. And that is perfect if you have a larger family, lots of people staying in the same home, or if you have guests that come over often, they'll all have their own bathrooms. That is such a big flex. And it makes everybody's life in the home just a little bit easier. Now there's the access to the bedroom we found from the deck area outside. And at the very end of this left hallway, we flow right into the primary bedroom suite. It starts here with a small office space, or you can kind of turn this into whatever you'd like it to be. On the other side, we have the large walk-in. And when I say large, I mean large. Plus all the closet systems built in makes for a pretty dreamy closet. And then we get to the primary's ensuite bathroom. Dual sink, large vanity. We also have a deep soaking tub with a big window giving you plenty of natural light to bathe in. And not to be outdone, we have a skylight over the walk-in shower so you can bathe in that as well. And yes, one more shower niche passing the shower niche check. And as you can see, the bedroom itself is quite large. Plenty of room for whatever size mattress you have. You even have a small extension, perfect for a TV, a sitting area, a reading spot. But one of the best features, like we've seen in so many other rooms of this home, you have the opportunity to step outside onto a private covered balcony. And you could just come out here, listen to the birds chirp and the wind blow. Back in the front of the house, instead of taking that staircase up to the main level and the main entrance, this is where we find access to the ADU. But before we get there, look what's hidden behind this sliding door. It's your laundry station with a little bit of extra storage added onto it as well. Okay, this door is what gets us into the ADU. And as you can see, it is just as updated and has the exact same aesthetic as we find in the main home. And it's got everything you need in here. A full updated kitchen with stainless steel appliances, a large bedroom, again, big enough for whatever size mattress you have. And as I said before, an ensuite bathroom, floating single sink vanity, and they went with another green tiling that is just gorgeous. Now you might be thinking, well, Matt, what's this structure? What does this do? I don't think you'll be able to guess, because as we head down this spiral staircase, it's actually where we gain access to the garage. I don't think we've ever seen a spiral staircase to garage combo before, but I gotta tell you, I love it. I think we've waited long enough. I think it's time for us now to step outside and start taking a look at this backyard. Now, the home sits on a plot that is almost a fifth of an acre, which is roughly 9,000 square feet. So you're gonna have a ton of usable space back here. You've got areas for sitting, lounging, eating. You even have a built-in barbecue station. And this is the absolute perfect day to tour a home like this, because this is where you're going to be at most of the time when the weather is this beautiful. And all the way at the back of the plot, we find some raised garden beds for planting and even a small greenhouse. I told you this property had it all, didn't I? So what do we think about this one, everybody? Let's give it all the love it deserves.